Let's just spin right to our next segment, okay? Listen, Turtleneckemo is a TikToker with 285,000 followers, okay? And he's just, bro, he's every other virtue signaling, cisgendered male that pretends that he cares about women and then uses that space, uses that clout that he gains from defending women, from identifying as a male feminist, to be inappropriate with women. Modern Warrior, Joe Robe, Vosh, all of these sex pest individuals with some tendencies that can be seen as predatory. Okay, listen, and so he gets called out, okay, and we're going to talk about it. Here we go. All right, I don't know if we can play the music, but it says, hey, waiting for her to turn 18, and then I think he makes a point about how... let's see. It means the law was the only thing stopping you from being a pedo. So I want you to understand something, that this guy's an idiot. This is like a bigger conversation. I want you guys to understand that from like a purely biological sense, like men are probably attracted to younger women of a very inappropriate, of like a more inappropriate than our society says, which is a good thing. We've created societal standards because we need to socialize people out of this behavior. Okay, like. Honestly, I don't think it's crazy to say that like there have been societies like Viking societies that like they were found, it was founded on men being incredibly aggressive against like women. These are behaviors we socialize out of people through society. If you're like a 20-year-old and you find a 17-year-old attractive, you're not a pedophile. You're gonna be okay. Okay, you know, this is so like, but we're not gonna get into the specific argument. Yeah. Anyway. So then we have some, this is Mr. Big Chops. He's a guy that looks like me on TikTok. That's his whole claim to fame. See? We have the full thread here. We have the full allegations here from Lucinda. Decided to finally address this in the summer of 2020. I dated the TikToker Turtleneckemo pre his TikTok fame. I was love bombed, manipulated, lied to, and used. Farhan was seeing multiple other girls at the same time as me while claiming that we were 100% exclusive. I want you to understand this, that obviously this is behavior that's not good, but this is typical fuckboy behavior. I just want you to know, moving forward, I'm not gonna morally grandstand over something like this based on this information alone. Okay, a lot of times, this is one of the biggest problems. Okay, one of the biggest problems is we like to take new age narratives like sexual assault and we turn everything into it. He love bombed me. He love bombed me. He manipulated me. He lied to me. He used me. Like, what am I? Shut up. You know what I mean, man? Like, I get it. He was probably an asshole. He's probably kind of toxic. But, like, right now, dude, I don't understand how the moral standards on the internet are so high that everything that someone does wrong turns into, like, the absolute canceling scenario. I'm just saying. Like, dude, everybody's so flawed. I hate people who do that performative shit. You know? It's just crazy. Anyway. He continually claimed he was completely monogamous and couldn't date multiple people at once. He saw that I was a vulnerable state from the pandemic and used me. See, that's what I'm talking about. He saw, apparently, he identified in her that she was in a vulnerable state due to the pandemic. Guess what, guys? The pandemic is now a traumatic experience. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, yes, people were depressed. Okay, relax. Okay, you were in a vulnerable space from the pandemic? Shut up. Yeah, maybe he was an empath and he could determine that. It's just like, come on, because it feels like there's this subtextual argument that it's like, oh, I was vulnerable from the pandemic. Like, she was vulnerable because she was drunk. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have the fundamental vulnerability due to in a particular state that changes like the normal way that we perceive the world. And now everything is that. So, and maybe I'm reaching, but it feels like that. It's like I was vulnerable, like in the same way that a drunk girl is vulnerable. It's like, no, that's not the same thing. Like it's not like you are upset because of a situation everybody's been put in. Like, it doesn't make him any more shitty because he did something shitty to you during you being upset because of the pandemic. All right. Anyway, when he realized I wasn't going to sleep with him, he ghosted me for 4 weeks. Okay. I mean, that's shitty, but like if that's what he's looking for, okay. Hold on. I'm going to be absolutely honest here. We have a guy who is being like a fuckboy, trying to sleep with this girl, and then she wouldn't sleep with him, so he dodged her. Yeah, he sounds like a scumbag. Typical fuckboy male. Move on. He's not. Okay. What happens next after you identified that he was a scumbag? Okay. Those 4 weeks were my first 4 weeks of starting university, in which I moved halfway across the country in the middle of the pandemic. Wow, incredible. I don't remember. I can't believe you're the only person that was in that pandemic. Feeling scared and lonely. He eventually contacted me after exactly 4 weeks and explained he wanted to pick up from where we left off. Okay, I agreed, as he had love-bombed me and shown me so much false affection. Oh my god. Bro, this guy stopped talking to you because you wouldn't sleep with him and you didn't think that he was a fuckboy? Like, come on. This is like learning through experience, no? Like, okay, so he love-bombed. We're using loaded language, bro. We're using very morally high loaded language. It's crazy. Yet Farhan only continued to communicate with me late at night, especially we ended up stopping communication. Eventually we stopped talking, basically. We ended up stopping communication. Wow. A guy is only talking to you at night? We know what that means. Okay? He love-bombed me and also ghosted me. Yeah, right. I wanted to address this as he is now relatively well known as like, wait, this is it? This guy was trying to have sex with you? What the fuck is this? This is it. That's it? That's the whole story, you stupid fuck? The whole story was he was kind of shitty like 2 years ago? Holy shit, you bro. Incredible. Like, listen, I think that this guy is like a loser that uses social justice narratives in a disingenuous way, just based on all the past interactions I've had with people like him. But she's literally trying to cancel this dude because he was kind of shitty to her years ago. Shut up. And then everybody's jumping onto it too. Like, disappointed. Like, I'm ashamed of you because you're a loser. And then you because, like, are you kidding me? And then, like, everybody, whoever this person, I'm ashamed of you too. Okay? I'm ashamed of you too. I'm ashamed of her. I'm ashamed of all of you in this situation. This is insane. This is insane. Oh my god. I wanted to address this as he is now relatively well known as a content creator who specializes in feminist content. Not only does he talk about the most lukewarm takes, but he also treats the women in his life like shit. His entire platform for clout and validation. I mean, like, you don't know that he treats all women like shit. Like, bro, when I was younger, I used to do this shit too, okay? Except I told the girls that I wasn't looking for anything serious, and that I'm still open. I'm dating, doing my thing. I did, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't tell girls that I was like that I wasn't talking to other girls. You know what I mean? But whatever. Like, bro, you didn't even like. How did you even know that you was talking to other girls? You didn't even sleep with them. I don't understand. Whatever. I would like to point out that I'm now in a very happy and healthy relationship. However, I'm still affected daily by the hurt. She's affected daily by the hurt that he caused her. He gained my trust and completely manipulated me. What's even worse is that he was doing this to many other girls. Oh, what a loser. What a loser. What a fucking loser. Dude, I'm tired of girls. Like, this person here, this shameful, stupid motherfucker, these are the reasons why people don't give a shit about fucking sexual assault cases, because they turn every fucking social justice narrative into some dumb fucking bullshit. This whole entire thread screams he fucking emotionally raped me. That's what this is fucking saying. I'm so tired. How does it affect you every day? What did this guy do to you? Did he give you COVID? What did he do to you? Did he break your fucking rib? Oh, a guy was kind of shitty to me. Bro, if this is a genuine feeling that you have, then you are fucking weak and you need to grow up. Okay, but it's probably not a genuine feeling that you have. It's you pandering to fucking social media for some kind of attention. It was you waiting for this guy, which I don't like, to blow up so that you could try to deplatform him. That's all it is. This is embarrassing. This is her. She was upset. I guarantee you, she was upset because he was shitty to her, and this is her fucking retaliation. This is incredible. And of course, he's not really going to be able to respond because, like, he's shown himself as the virtuous male. hell, and this shatters his entire character. But it's just fucking crazy. This is why you shouldn't put yourself in a situation of like incredibly high moral standing, because you're gonna get fucking destroyed. But holy fuck, dude, this kid didn't do anything. He didn't really do anything like that bad. Like, yeah, he should be better, but this also happened a while ago too, so for all we know, he's changed. I don't know. I still don't like him, but Jesus goddamn Christ. This is incredible. It's incredible. He gained my trust and manipulated me. You didn't even have sex with him, so like, what did he manipulate into doing? Would you give him $100? Like, what the fuck happened? It makes me sick that one of the leading feminist content creators is a man who can only be described as a fuckboy. He ruined the best part of a year of my life. You said that the pandemic was fucking you up already, so it was probably a shitty year anyway. It probably wasn't. It was probably a throwaway year. And it's disgusting to me that he now has a platform preaching values he clearly doesn't believe in. If you made it this far, thank you. This is obviously only my experience with him. I know that there are many other girls who went through worse than what I did. I encourage you to seek out better feminist content creators who actually stick to their morals. Bro, I just don't know what to say. She's saying that this was what he did to her, and there's other girls, and he probably did worse to them. You still haven't even told us that how do you know that there are other girls? Bro, tell me that this isn't the most manipulative fucking shit that you've ever seen in your entire life, bro. This is incredible. Bro, I'm trying to find it because there's a point where she says she might have gotten rid of it. Oh, I'd also like to point out that I was freshly 18 and he was 22. I had literally been 18 for a week. Holy shit. Okay. Now, listen, I understand people who are calling this out because he made this comment of waiting for her to turn 18 is like, oh, it's pedophilic, whatever. It's not. He's being dumb in the first place. The way that morals work on the internet are so stupid. Like, honestly, you wouldn't even consider a 22-year-old who slept with a 17-year-old a pedophile. I think it's inappropriate and it needs to change, but it's generally like society or socially acceptable. And that's why we need to change the conditions around like our society. We need to change those operations. But either way, she was 18. Okay. What do you want me to tell you? Like, he was 22. He wasn't like 35 years old. He was 22. We're like, dude, stop. Did he even know she just turned 18? She didn't even say that he knew that this happened. This is insane. She's weaponizing pedophilia now too. Oh, just so you guys know, he was 22 and I was 18. But I just turned 18 a week ago. Okay. Did you even, like, serious question, did you even tell him that you were 17, or did you just tell him you were 18 the whole time because you figured it was easier because you were turning 18 soon anyway? It's like, what a crime. What a crime. What a crime. Yeah, freshly 18, as if that fucking matters. This is insane. It's crazy, dude. It really is. Like, this is the bigotry, I want to tell you, of like the more progressive ideology. Okay, like there are people that are more conservative. Like, we're gonna call the ideas conservative leaning. I'm not saying that conservatives believe this, but I'm saying it's the more conservative idea of sexual assault. Like, sexual assault culture is usually rooted in like more conservative ideology in reference to sexual assault. The idea of like, oh, well, you kind of asked for it, or oh, you put yourself in a scenario where it happened, or oh, being very invalidating to women, just fundamentally in that respect. Something that a very regressive idea that I would say even conservatives know is wrong, okay? But the bigotry of progressivism, though, is to weaponize those things and pretend everything is that, okay? So conservatives might be like, hey, look, the situation happens. We got like SA going on here. The conservative-leaning ideology is like, oh, what? Like, what's going on here? The progressive ideology is like, oh, I'm going to capture this, and I'm going to turn it into a weapon. I'm going to turn it into a fucking sword with a sword. It's a knife. Now it's a sword. This is the difference between progressive ideology, right? People weaponizing these situations because she's basically calling him a fucking pedophile. She's trying to, right? And he's dumb as shit too, thinking that being attracted to a 17-year-old is like not even really pedophilia. It would be considered, I think, hebophilia. But either way, like, this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing. This is really just as, I mean, I would say just as bad as this in some capacity. Because what happens here is when you do this kind of shit, people's reaction is to take people who come forward as victims as less serious. They care less. They go like, oh, I don't really care too much because like every time I see somebody talk about sexual assault or pedophilia, it's always fucking dumb. You know what I mean? This is what always happens. It causes people to tune out to actual victims when fake people come forward going, I was a victim. He said he liked me a lot and tried to sleep with me, and I didn't sleep with him, and now I'm traumatized. I'm so sick of this shit, bro. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. I'm so sick of this shit. This is a slap in the face to everybody who is a survivor of sexual assault or like a molestation when they were a fucking child. I swear to Christ. I swear to God. I swear to God. It's crazy. It's crazy. These people are unfucking hinged. They're unhinged. And they're getting positive affirmation from content creators that I don't dislike. I think he's a nice guy. But like, this is insane. Why are you ignoring the fact that she claimed that he love bombed her, but literally said he was ghosting her so he could do the okay, whatever. I said something about that. You can love bomb somebody and then you can ghost them if it doesn't work. Okay, like that's what I'm saying. Like you could be like, I love you so much, you're so great, blah 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 blah. And then if she doesn't fall for it, you're like, okay, bye. That's what. Okay, so that's why those two things can exist in the same capacity. But yeah, L on the Papa Doppelganger, bro. It's sad to see it. There's no nuance. See, this is the problem, is that there's no nuance here. There's no nuanced perspective here. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff, brothers. TikTok is a waste of time. This is honestly why, like, I got banned off TikTok, and we already know that. It was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. There is a fundamental lack of intelligence on that platform when it comes to anything. There's a fundamental lack of intelligence when it comes to anything on that platform. It is insane. Calling him out for hypocrisy is good, absolutely. But the subtextual argument of like sexual assault is fucking ballistic. It's fucking ballistic. This is why I'm so like, dude, imagine like sitting here and trying to compress everything I just said into like a less than a minute long on TikTok. And then you know what? They pull it down because you use one word that makes people uncomfortable. Because you want to know what? You want to know what's crazy? Is that the way that you remove videos on TikTok is like 100% based on the way people feel about the video. If I put up a YouTube video and you don't like it, the YouTube video is going to stay up, right? Like YouTube's not going to pull it down unless it was like horribly bigoted or something. But on TikTok, if you're uncomfortable with something I say, you get decimated. You get removed, and they never repeal it. They never allow the appeal process. I still have a video in one of my accounts from 3 weeks ago that got taken down, still in the appeal process, because they don't care. They don't give a shit. Okay? They don't care. TikTok is a worthless platform, and it encourages worthless behavior. That's all it does. Back and forth. That's all it does. That's all it does. And it allows people to feel like really positive and righteous and virtuous by saying like stupid shit, and they feel good about it. Okay? That's all it is. It's a fucking dog shit platform. It's terrible. And that's why I'm very happy that I'm on YouTube. It's so much better. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.